Hello and welcome. I hope you enjoyed making bubbles and I hope they worked for you really well. Today we are going to make sidewalk chalk. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of warm water, a 1/2 cup of plaster of Paris, which you can get from a hardware store, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of tempera paint, which is optional. If you don't put any color in, your chalk will come out white. This recipe will fill 1 toilet tube, which we are going to use for a mold today. What we're going to do is we're going to put the plaster of Paris, the color, and the warm water in a quart Ziploc bag, and then we're going to squish it all around. And when we get it all squished up, we are going to squeeze it into our tube. Now, all I did was take a regular toilet paper tube and I covered the bottom with tape. Whatever kind you want to use, just please make sure that it doesn't leak, because all of your fluid, your chalk mixture, will leak out. So I just happen to have one covered. We don't want the chalk to stick to the inside, so we're going to take a little piece of parchment paper. What I did is I laid my parchment paper out and I rolled my tube so it overlaps a little bit, because we want it to overlap inside the tube. So let's go ahead, and you can see we have a nice bottom. Let's put it inside our tube and get it stretched out. Here is one that I made a little earlier today. I was hoping it would harden enough that we could go ahead and take the paper off, but it's going to take a little bit longer. And if it pops out the bottom, that's okay. Here is a whole toilet tube of chalk that I made. That's kind of big. So if you want it smaller, all you have to do is cut up the side, roll it over to how big you want it, and then tape it. Okay, I think we're ready to start now. First, what we want to do is take our bag, and I already had pre-measured a 1/2 cup of plaster of Paris. If our cup is flat at the top, that means it's for dry measure, which is what we use. This cup has a pour spout, so it's for liquid measure. Let's see if we can get it to right at 1/4 of a cup. Yes. Next, I think I will, before I put the water in, I will go ahead and add our red food coloring. There's just a little bit down at the bottom, so we got to get it, or a red tempera paint. Let's see if I can get it back. 1, 2, let's make it real red like we made it real blue, and 3. Lid back on. It's always a good idea to put the lid back on. And let's just kind of mix that up a little bit. See powders, we want to get them mixed up real well. Okay, now we're ready for the water. We're going to pour it in. This has to be a little bit on the quick side, because our plaster of Paris will start to set if we take too long. Let's just get this down. Oh, that's making a lovely pink. Get it out of the corners, all over the side. Okay, there we go. And, okay, I think we're ready. Let me move this cup over so we can put our bag right there. Scoop this over. And we're going to gently snip the corner off. And you can do this with icing as well. And then we're going to pour some into the mold. Let's see if that's about halfway. Yeah, that's good, because I want to see how many cups we can fill up. So now that the wind has stopped blowing, let's put our mixture. Put some in here. Oop, I should have mixed it up a little better. I see a few lumps in it. And when we get to the bottom of the bag, we're going to squeeze all the other stuff out. Squeeze it out. Now, we don't want to get plaster on anything else if we can help it. So we're going to kind of line the bag up. Now, one thing you do want to do is we're going to create bubbles inside. I don't know if you can see them, but we want all the bubbles to come at the top. It's just like with a cake or when you make muffins. If we shake it and tap it at the bottom, the bubbles will start to come up. If you look at these, you can see the bubbles coming up. So let's tamp it a little bit, and you can see the bubbles coming out. Okay, you want to make sure and get all the bubbles up to the top. And it'll probably take a couple hours for it to set. That means get hard on the outside. We need to wait till it's dry on the inside. So, our smaller ones will take less time than our bigger ones does. Okay, I would like to show you how my chalk can write right here on the edge of my pond. Okay, let's draw a beautiful blue heart because I love my friends. And that's all for today. Check back. We're going to check the plants. We're going to check the chalk. We're going to check the bubbles. So I guess our next visit will be a check-in visit. Until then, I love you. Take care. Bye.